In last class, we have started with the revision of 11th standard question, and we have done till data type, right? So today we'll start further with structures. Today we'll start with structures. Structures may we have to start with these programs I gave you as homework. I hope you all have done these programs. These are very simple programs just for revision, and you need these all programs for further concepts of groups. So we'll start today with control structures. So we have two types of control structures, as you all know: selection or loop structure. So in selection we have if-else structure and switch structure. Selection means we can select a path, a particular path based on condition, means we can divide our programs now in number of branches, and we can select any one branch based on condition, right? And in loop structure we can perform or we can execute particular set of instruction based on condition. When the if the condition is true, we will execute that set of instruction, and once that condition is false, then it will come out automatically from that loop. So if we want to perform certain things again and again, then we can put in the loop. Okay, that loop structure, it is also called iterative structure. So we have already done three types of structures in C++: do while and for. So first we will start with selection structure. So in this, if you can see, we have many types of if-else structures and switch structure. The if-else structure may we can have many options. Like if you want that if the condition is true, how to write? This is the syntax. It is written here. This is your syntax of if structure, where you have to put the condition if the condition is true, then you will have only one branch. Another branch will be the end of your program. Okay, so or it will be not the part of your structure. So based on that true condition, you will have only one option. बट इन सेकेंड ये हम हार्डली यूज करते हैं बहुत छोटे कॉन्सेप्ट्स के लिए. बट इफ यू वांट to break into two parts, means if you want to check the condition and condition based on condition, you can have two paths. One is true path and one is false path. True path में ये when you put the condition here in this, if this condition is true, then it will execute the true block, else it will execute the false block. Okay, that we have already done. I'm just taking a small revision. And in if else if condition, this is also called if else ladder. Okay, here you can check more than one condition. See, first you will check the condition. If first condition is true, then you will have true block. But if this condition is false, then we will have else of this first if, where you can check one more if condition. Same way you can have many conditions. This is basically used to check more than one condition. So multiple conditions you can check with the help of ladder structure or if else structure. Understood this concept? So if in this, if you can see this else part, so if you are checking multiple conditions, for example, we have done a program of maximum of three numbers. So what was the logic behind that. That first, in first condition we will see whether a is greater than b and a is greater than c. If a is greater than with both the numbers b and c, then in true block we will display that a is the largest among three. But if that condition is not true, then we will write here the second condition, and we will check second number with first and third number. And if that condition is also not true, then we will have third condition where we will check c, third number, that is c, with first and second number. But if I have checked number A and number B, then why we need to check the third condition? So automatically or by default, that is your maximum number. तो अगर ये first condition false हो जाती है, second condition false हो जाती है, तो third condition जो third number को check कर रहा है, that condition will by default or automatically be true. So there we need not to test the third condition, and that is your default condition, which is only written in else part. So this is your default block that you have multiple conditions to check. ऐसे ही हमने उसका भी किया था class of a student का, कि class अगर एक student के marks 100 में से if we are calculating, then if it is equals to or greater than 75, then we have done it is first class with distinction. Up to 60 it is first class, up to 50 it is second class, and up to 35 it is third class. So means in between 35 to 49, 50 to 59. ऐसे ही बट जब 35 से कम है 0 to 34, then it will be a fail. That condition will be fail condition. That child is fail. So that we need not to check. That will come under default block. और दूसरे जो बाकी सारे नंबर हैं उसको भी हम एक इफ में डाल सकते हैं कि if number is greater than 100 or if the number is negative. If someone has entered negative number, then also we can give one condition that this is wrong operation or wrong number. So this way we can we have already done many programs based on that. तो वो programs हमने इसमें किए हैं. उसके बाद nested if condition क्या होती है? Nested if, nesting matlab one block inside the another block. See, this is your outer block. If this is outer condition, this one, okay, so one full block inside the another block. If this condition 1 is true, then it will execute true part. And in true part, we have one more if else condition. So this is called nesting. One block inside the another block, right? And same way, if you want to have one more condition in false module, then you can have one more nesting inside the else part. Okay, so this if else, ये वाला else और ये if, it is your external structure, and within that we have one more if else structure. So this way we are saying that it is a nesting, one block inside the another block. Understood? So this way we have four. We will do revision of programs also. So after finishing off all these slides, I have written some programs. So that programs also we will see, right? Then we can have switch structure, another structure which is the replacement of if else structure. We can avoid multiple if or else if structure by putting many conditions. If we have 3-4 conditions, so we need not to put many conditions. Instead that we can have this switch case structure, right? So this is just a switch structure, is just nothing but another way of writing else if ladder. But this is easy as compared to else if. वहाँ पे errors का जो tendency है multiple if में आपको ज़्यादा दिखता है. तो switch के structure कैसे use करते हैं? स्विच के स्ट्रक्चर हम बहुत जगह मेन्यू बनाने के लिए भी यूज़ करते हैं कि अगर मुझे बहुत सारे ऑप्शंस देने हैं, जैसे हमने किया था, डिज़ाइन किया था कैलकुलेटर. We have designed 4-function calculator. So we can give option to the user with the help of switch case structure that which operation a user want to perform. If user wants to perform addition, then it can select addition operation, and if the user wants to perform another operation like subtraction, multiplication and division, then it can perform or it can select that option. So to create options or choice, we can use switch structure. तो उसके लिए हमें ये बहुत यूज होता है. Within switch structure we have different cases. जैसे if I am given 4 option, addition, subtraction, multiplication and division, then I need to design 4 cases, like one for addition, one for division, one for subtraction and one for multiplication. So this way I am able to select an option, and उसका जो option जो है, जो choice है, that we will pass in this expression, and this expression will match with every case. तो case का जो number भी आप दे सकते हैं, and you can give alphanumeric character also you can give. Like in addition subtraction, you can give the selection by number. Let's say 1 for addition, 2 for multiplication, 3 for addition, like that. और आप उसको उसके कैरेक्टर से भी चॉइस करा सकते हैं, जैसे प्लस, माइनस, मल्टीप्लिकेशन, डिवीजन. तो इफ द यूजर विल directly press that character, then also it can perform that, or it will get the answer. तो that character also pass, but for that expression का जो भी आप value pass कर रहे हो, जो भी variable pass कर रहे हो, that should be char type. Okay, otherwise it can be integer. Here, if you are giving choice in numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, then your expression data type should be integer. But if you are giving choice with the help of characters, like अगर जैसे vowel consonant select करना है, तो हम क्या बनाते थे, यहाँ vowels के cases बनाते थे, a, e, i, o, u, case a, case e, case I, like that, and default में consonant हम बताते थे. तो इसी तरह से यहाँ पर भी, here also we can use. Yes, Ajinkya.
मैम अगर मेरे पास ऐसा केस होगा लाइक ए इज ग्रेटर देन बी देन प्रिंट ए इज ग्रेटर, फिर केस में क्या
Expression
लिखेंगे?
also you can give. One expression also you can give. Here I have written expression. तो expression से भी आप चला सकते हो, right? So what is default block here? Default block is here the last option, which is not in the cases. Like in 4-function calculator, you have given 4 option: addition, subtraction, multiplication and division, right? So what will be the default block? Default block is that if user has entered some other number, you have given the choice 1 for addition, 2 for subtraction, 1, 2, 3, 4. If user by mistake or purposely entered 5 or 6 or any alphabet, then what you will write, then you have that default block, that if any number has entered, then you have to print the message that it is what? It is a wrong operation, and re-enter it again. Any message you can give. So इस तरह से we have these many options which we can use in our programming. Understood? And next we will have, okay, these programs that we will discuss. Maximum of 2 numbers, find whether given number is even or odd, find whether given number is leap year or not. We have done all programs in 11th standard. If you see your notebook, we have done all programs. Find the absolute value of a given number. Find the class of a student using else-if ladder. Design four-function calculator using switch case structure. Find whether given character is vowel or consonant. And find area of circle, rectangle and triangle by using choice. Right? Any problem you are finding? Screen is clear?
Ma'am, a green screen was coming in the previous slide or the next slide or whatever.
Now it is not, no?
Yes, it is clear.
Somewhere message was there. That's why it was. Okay, understood this. So these programs you have to do for revision purpose. So I have written some programs. So I'll share that screen जो previous programs थे और ये वाले programs हैं. So I have written, I'm making one file and I'm adding all the programs. So I'll share that file when we will finish this chapter. So you can refer programs from that file. Right, I'll upload in Google Classroom also. Okay, so next is repetitive or loop structure. So repetitive or loop structures कौन से रहते हैं? Means which we are giving condition so that we can execute uh, set of instructions. Means based on condition. जैसे if I want to run or I want to execute set of instruction 10 times. So what we have to do, I can put the condition or I can set the loop or iterative structure so that I can execute that particular set of instruction 10 times. Or after the condition is done, means when all 10 iteration done, then it will automatically come out of the loop. So we have two types of loop structure, entry controlled and exit controlled. So as we have already done this, we have two entry controlled. Entry controlled means कि first we will check the condition. If condition is true, then only we will able to execute or we will execute that loop. But exit controlled में क्या है कि first we will execute the instruction and then we will test. If the test is if the condition is true, again we will execute the instruction, then we will test. तो दोनों में difference क्या है? Difference क्या है कि जो for और while loop है उसमें एक भी instruction या एक भी loop execute नहीं होगा और एक भी iteration execute नहीं होगी if the condition is not fulfilled or if the condition is not true. But in case of do while structure, if the condition is not true, then also it will execute once. क्योंकि आप देख रहे हो first it will execute that set of instruction which I want to repeat, and after that it will check the condition. तो अगर condition true नहीं भी है in the beginning also, then also it will execute one iteration. Once it will execute. Clear? So you can see the syntax. It is there. You are familiar with this syntax. In while loop or for loop में everything initialization, test condition and updation means इंक्रीमेंट हो रहा है लूप या डिक्रीमेंट हो रहा है दैट यू नीड टू सेटअप. जैसे हमने किया था फॉर लूप, जैसे 10 नंबर्स का सेट करना है तो हाउ वी विल राइट हियर फॉर, कैसे लिखेंगे? फॉर आई इज इक्वल्स टू 0 इज नॉट वर्किंग प्रॉपर्ली. For I is equals to 0, then I is less than equals to 1. That is your test condition. Less than equals to not 10, 1, it is 10. Or initialization, my loop is starting from I is equals to 1. And in between we have semicolon. Then we have semicolon. And then we have step, that I am incrementing my counter by 1, 2, like that. So this way I have to give the condition. So this basically I'm using to set my loop for 10 iteration, that my loop will go up to 10 iteration and loop is starting from 1. Understood? Loop is starting from 1. Same way we have while condition. Here while condition mein condition is given here. So in this we have to initialize the loop before while, and increment step will be the part of this. Understood? Increment step will be the part of this. So here if you can compare for or while, you need 3 steps or 3 different lines to set up the loop. Okay? And here in single line, I'm able to set up my loop. So this is the most commonly used method for setting up the loop, that is for loop. Why? Because in big programs, our focus is on the logic of the problem which we have to solve, but not the not for the that we can say not for the loop. तो हमारा लूप का जो कॉन्सेप्ट है वो एक लाइन में अगर फिनिश हो रहा है then that will be easier for me. Okay, नहीं तो while loop में इनिशियलाइजेशन मॉड्यूल वो सब मुझे अलग अलग लिखने पड़ेंगे. तो फॉर लूप जो है वो सबसे ज़्यादा आगे जब हम एरे में यूज़ करते हैं या एरे में नेस्टिंग करते हैं, तो व्हेन वी आर डूइंग नेस्टिंग तो फॉर लूप सबसे बेस्ट रहता है. और फॉर लूप की नेस्टिंग ही अच्छी है, फॉर लूप ही यूज़ कर सकते हैं. ऐसा मैं कह रही हूँ, ऐसे नहीं कि अदर वी कैन नॉट यूज, बट फॉर लूप जो है वो सबसे बेस्ट है. अभी वाइल के अंदर भी यू कैन यूज फॉर, तो नेस्टिंग वहाँ भी हो सकती है. बट फॉर के अंदर फॉर यूज करना इट विल बी इजियर. आपको जो द वे यू आर राइटिंग रीडेबल जो है, या उसका क्या कह सकते हैं कि प्रोग्राम जो है वो आपको ज़्यादा कॉन्सेप्ट समझेगा, क्योंकि काउंटर के लिए आपको इधर उधर नहीं देखना है. क्लियर? In case of do also, here before this do keyword, we need to initialize this, that I is equals to 1. Okay? And here in this, along with your uh, other instruction, जो वे main instructions हैं जो जिसका आपको program लिखना है, along with that you need to add your increment module, and here in condition you will write I is less than equals to 10. Okay, so here you first execute this, then it will test the condition. तो अगर मैं यहाँ पे I की वैल्यू 11 भी कर दूँ तो भी ये एक बार चलेगा, बट यहाँ पर अगर मैंने I 11 किया है और यहाँ किया है then it will not work. राइट, क्योंकि पहले ही कंडीशन में वो फॉल्स हो गई, तो इट विल नॉट वर्क, इट विल नॉट एग्जीक्यूट एनी नंबर. राइट, अंडरस्टूड दिस? तो ये एंट्री कंट्रोल और एग्जिट कंट्रोल जो है वो आपको क्लियर होना चाहिए कि डू डिफरेंस पता होना चाहिए. व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन फॉर वाइल, या ज़्यादा करके यही डिफरेंस आता है, डिफरेंस बिटवीन वाइल एंड डू वाइल. अभी तो बोर्ड में तो इस तरह के क्वेश्चन नहीं आएंगे, बट इस तरह से आ सकता है, एक्सप्लेन ऑल दी iterative structures of C++, all the control structures of C++, या branching structures of C++, या फिर सारे आपको पूछने के लिए आ सकते हैं. पर ये वाला जो कॉन्सेप्ट है ना, ये डेटा स्ट्रक्चर के साथ ज़्यादा आता है. हमने चैप्टर 2 में भी किया था ना डेटा स्ट्रक्चर, उसमें ये कॉन्सेप्ट ज़्यादा पूछे जाते हैं, iterative sequence and branching. Yeah. So that we have already done in during the time of algorithm also. Now next is these are the programs that you have to do. और ये जो programs मैंने अभी इसमें लिखे हैं, these all are your बोर्ड प्रोग्राम्स, बोर्ड में आए हुए क्वेश्चंस हैं। फाइंड द सम ऑफ फर्स्ट 10 नेचुरल नंबर्स। ये चाहे डायरेक्ट नहीं आया हो बट यूजिंग फंक्शन, यूजिंग कंस्ट्रक्टर डिस्ट्रक्टर, इस तरह से ये क्वेश्चन आया हुआ है। And sum of all odd numbers between 1 and 100, that also we have already done. Find the factorial of a given number. You know how to find the factorial of given number. What is factorial? Everybody knows that n factorial, right? So abhi 11th you have done that thing. So that is product of first n natural number. Okay. If n is 5, so product of first n natural number means 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. So that you can find. ये बहुत बार आपके बोर्ड में क्वेश्चन आया हुआ है. Okay. Fibonacci series, you all know what is Fibonacci series. I'm just giving the concept and I'm expecting that you all will do these programs. And it is available in your TPS also. So if you have any doubt, you can refer. I'm also writing, but I will share later on. अभी नहीं. Clear? तो कुछ प्रोग्राम्स मैं साथ साथ शेयर करूँगी और मैं दिखाऊँगी, बट नॉट नाउ, इन नेक्स्ट क्लास में भी, बट अभी नहीं. जो हो चुके हैं ऑलरेडी दैट आई कैन शेयर, बट इट इज देयर इन योर TPS. All programs are there. So what is factorial? We have already done in 11th standard as an algorithm or as a program in C++. So factorial, Fibonacci. Fibonacci क्या होता है? Fibonacci series is अभी इसमें लिखा है 10 numbers. तो 10 numbers में तो first 2 numbers you have to select or you have to give. So if you are giving 0 and if you are giving 0 and 1, so what will be the next number? Next number will be the sum of previous two numbers. So next number will be again 1. Next number will be the previous of two numbers. So that is again 2. Next number will be previous of two numbers. Next number will be 3. Understood? So that is your Fibonacci series. Next number will be 5. So this way you need to generate 10 numbers. 10 भी आता है, 15 भी आता है एग्जाम में. तो फर्स्ट 2 नंबर तो यू हैव गिवन, ठीक है. तो बाकियों का आपको लूप सेट करना पड़ेगा. तो आपका लूप का लेंथ कितना हो जाएगा? दैट विल बी 8. आपको 8 टाइम वो इंस्ट्रक्शंस प्रोसेस करने हैं. क्लियर? उसके बाद प्राइम नंबर आपको पता ही है, हाउ टू do prime number, how to calculate or how to find prime number. तो prime number जो होते हैं वो कौन से numbers होते हैं? Which can be divided by itself or by 1. तो वो prime numbers आपको find out करना है. GCD number, find GCD. इस साल के भी एग्जाम में ये क्वेश्चन था. 2019 में भी ये क्वेश्चन बोर्ड एग्जाम में आया था. GCD इज ग्रेटेस्ट कॉमन डिवीजन. ठीक है. तो GCD जैसे आपको फाइंड आउट करना है, 30 और 10 का GCD फाइंड आउट करना है. ठीक है. तो कैसे फाइंड आउट करेंगे GCD इसका 30 और 10 का? कि कौन सा नंबर ऐसा लास्ट नंबर जिससे ये दोनों डिवाइड हो जाए, दैट इज GCD, ग्रेटेस्ट कॉमन डिविजन. ओके. तो ग्रेटेस्ट कॉमन डिविजन, अब इसमें कौन सा ऐसा नंबर है? तो मैथ्स में तो हमें पता है हम कैसे फाइंड आउट करते हैं, HCF निकाल के, राइट, हाईएस्ट कॉमन फैक्टर. तो हाईएस्ट कॉमन फैक्टर क्या है? यहाँ पर 10 ही आएगा, क्योंकि 10 is the last number which divides 10 itself or which divides 30 also, right? So here the GCD of these two number is 10. So what is the logic behind that? That you should know. Logic आपको देखना है. In next class we will discuss all the program. First I am completing theory part. Then we will do programs also. तब तक आप खुद try करोगे. We already done these program, but still I'll take revision because again it is a part of 12th standard syllabus. Clear? उसके बाद ये जो क्वेश्चंस है, तीनों क्वेश्चंस में मोर और लेस सेम ही कॉन्सेप्ट है. नेक्स्ट फोर्थ वन आल्सो, फाइंड द सम ऑफ अ डिजिट. एक नंबर दिया है, उसको क्या करना है, ऐड करना है. ठीक है, उनके डिजिट्स को. उसके बाद उसमें भी फाइंड द रिवर्स ऑफ अ नंबर. ठीक है, तो आपको हर एक में क्या करना है, सेपरेट करना आना चाहिए नंबर. दैट इज द लॉजिक बिहाइंड ऑल दीज प्रोग्राम. यू शुड नो हाउ टू सेपरेट 1, 2 एंड 3. सेपरेट करके चाहे उसे ऐड करना हो, सेपरेट करके उन्हें रिवर्स करना हो, सेपरेट करके उनका पैलिंड्रोम फाइंड आउट करना हो. रिवर्स ऑफ द नंबर अगर मैंने 1, 2, 3 दिया है तो माय आंसर शुड बी 3, 2, 1. ओके. पैलिंड्रोम क्या होता है, which is means if you start from first letter, first digit, or if you start from last digit, or if you reverse that digit, it will remain same. जैसे 121. If you write in reverse, if you start from here, again also it will be 121. Clear? What is Armstrong number? Armstrong number जैसे 153. I know this number. Rihanna, you can find other numbers also. कि आप जब इनको सेपरेट करोगे, 1 का क्यूब प्लस 5 का क्यूब एंड देन प्लस 3 का क्यूब. ठीक है, इन सबका क्यूब इंडिविजुअली लेके if it is again equals to 153, then that number is the Armstrong number. Understood? Armstrong number 153 में you have to separate the digit separate करके 1 का क्यूब लो, 5 का क्यूब लो, 3 का क्यूब लो और उसके बाद ऐड करो. अगर सेम 153 if it is coming, then it is a Armstrong number. ये बोर्ड में बहुत बार आया हुआ है क्वेश्चन. तो अगर आप देखोगे तो इन चारों प्रोग्राम्स में आपका एक कॉन्सेप्ट सेम है कि दैट you have to separate the numbers. Okay, and in this case आपको पता ही है ये कैसे प्रिंट करना है. You have to use 2 for loop which will control, in which one first will control row and second will control column. Okay, so everyone